opening pair, these two. You've got the left-hand, right-hand combination, of course, but they've both been in decent form. Davids, in particular, has been very good with the Paul Rock so far this season. And they don't have a long batting lineup, the Paul Rock, so they rely quite heavily on the top order.
Well, it's been a good start to the power play for the Paul Rocks. From 1 to 6 overs, maximum of 2 fielders are outside the circle. At the moment, 19 without loss after 1.2. It's been a good start. They've been enabled by a little bit of indifferent bowling, but a good start nonetheless.
Beautiful looking shot. He loves to hit through that area.
That is a beautiful stroke. It really is. Henry Davids at his best. Loves the offside, loves a bit of width. This wasn't that bad a delivery. Maybe if you're going to be hypercritical, a little bit short again. On the back foot. And this ball, have a look, it races away.
Nicely played. With the man up in the inner ring, it's not an easy position to field. You've got to stop them, otherwise it's going to always be 4 on this ground.
Well, a big overcorrection from Simpamla. The previous delivery, too much width on the offside. On this occasion, too straight. This ground, all you got to do is beat the infield. Henry Davids, he did just that. Too many freebies. I have to say, Mark Boucher upstairs might be spitting feathers.
Nice looking drive again. It's a bit of an indifferent start by the seamers. Would you consider going to spin early?
I don't think quite yet. I think that maybe you can mix it up, maybe get Morkel into the attack, try and get a wicket early doors. Maybe not just yet. I'd give the overseas player another over, although his first one wasn't great. Give him another over and just see how it goes. But maybe just bring in sort of Morkel to hit the deck hard and see what he can get out of it. But you're right, these two need to tighten up their lines and their lengths.
Advancing. But he had to just adjust late and just push it towards the fielder at mid-off. There's a direct throw. They won't go through for the overthrow. 29 without loss.
Fresh up center field, go.
Be like Alina and dial *225#, जिससे मिले voice calls पे free WhatsApp रोजाना. दुनिया को बता दो.
Spartans won the toss, chose to field first, which is not surprising at all. Generally will do that here at Centurion. It's a very good chasing ground, despite the fact that the highest, or the average first innings score is pretty high in day-night matches, 158 in all T20 matches. Morkel now, he will come into the attack. Very experienced, and he's been in good form too.
He's a fantastic bowler, is Morkel. 35 years of age. I tell you what, he still cranks it up. You ask any batsman around the world, who don't you want to face? And they'll pick him.
Driving over the top. He hasn't got hold of it at all. And it's a bit of luck on his side. It didn't go to hand.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit careful here, Delport. You got to pick your bowler, I think. I think Morkel's the danger bowler. I think have a look. If he bowls you the odd bad one, then put it away. You've got off to a great start. I'm not sure the risk needs to be taken against Morkel. That could have gone anywhere. Didn't get hold of it. This sometimes is the issue with Delport. Think about it a little bit. Identify the bowler that you back yourself with. I'm not saying he doesn't back himself against Morkel, but a bit more difficult to hit. he would sink.
So change in field. After that drive over the top, they're going to have slip, third man up. We've got no one straight, they're all up. We've got square leg on the boundary. Driving straight with some serious power. He nearly took out his partner.
Well, that's a great shot. And the good news is you can't play shots like that if the wicket's not good. It's on the out against the guy bowling 140 k's an hour, getting a bit of bounce. It's a fantastic stroke, that from Delport. It really is. Pick the gap well. David de Villiers is not stopping it. No one is. Have a look at that. Out the middle of the bat. This is a great start so far from the rocks. It really is. It's well played, Henry Davids. Very well played at the non-striking end.
The slip's out now. We're going to have third in the circle. A backward point up. No, he's moving that man at third quite fine though, again, because Morkel's now going to come around the wicket. He's had good success against left-handers, Morkel. In T20s, he averages 26 against the left-handers. He averages 22 against right-handers, but that's not a bad split.
Morkel's always been fantastic against left-handers, especially in red ball cricket. Remember, I think he got Andy Stoss about 104,000 times in his career. He happens to angle the ball into the left-hander and be able to straighten it, take it away, and that really is difficult for a left-hander. Don't know which ones to play at and which ones to leave.
You have a statistician sitting next to you, not me, Sue. And when you said that, got him 104,000 times, she furiously has got onto a computer just to get the exact numbers. Oh, he made some room for himself, and in the end it was too much. Morkel breaks the opening partnership.
Well, much needed this from the Spartans. Their best fast bowler, Morkel, well, he strikes. Exactly what the side needed. Henry Davids backing away. Morkel hitting off stump. That is his strength, but he's not happy. He understands they got off to a great start and maybe just give it a bit back of the momentum to the Spartans. But he has to go.
Fresh up 10.
Be like Alina and dial *225#. जिससे मिले वॉइस कॉल्स पे फ्री व्हाट्सएप रोजाना. दुनिया को बता दो.
मौसम बदला, समझो पड़ गया नजला खांसी जुकाम से मैच, तो बस फिर मैं ले आई हमदर्द इंस्टेंट जोशांदा, जिसका खास हर्बल फॉर्मूला रखे नजला खांसी जुकाम से हिफाजत और दे आराम. हमदर्द इंस्टेंट जोशांदा, 100 years of pure goodness.
Faf du Plessis walks to the crease after the wicket of Henry Davids. Faf du Plessis will be wanting to do something in this tournament. He hasn't quite been able to fire with the bat just yet. He was run out the other night as well, just when he was looking good.
He's been very aggressive in this tournament. Faf du Plessis has been looking to sort of put his stamp on the innings early doors. But interesting to see if he gives himself a little bit more time in this innings.
only on 10 cricket. Landers have struck.
And Corbin now dragging reins over. Team Blues corner, tag made. In comes King Corbin.
Bayang Linningham won the toss and decided that they wanted first use bowling on this surface. Only made 3.
Back foot jab, ticks the gap. He's timed that so well before. This is a great start for the Pole Rocks. Prompted a change in field. Third man up and a backward point on the boundary.
Oh, it's down the leg side and straight to Morkel at short fine leg. He was looking so good, and now he just, that little bit of tennis ball bounce might be his undoing.
Once again, Dalport getting himself in, playing unbelievably well and getting himself out. He'll be very disappointed with that.
Starting from 59,999 rupees per month.
James might like this wicket. Likes a bit extra bounce, likes to score square of the wicket. Cross match shots. Brought up to 50. For 2 or 4.3 overs. Enjoy batting on this. Ball comes onto the bat a bit better. Doesn't pull. Suit his game.
Power play.
so high if you've got Henry Davids and Dalport opening the batting. They're both very aggressive players. Henry Davids has been in some pretty good form, so it's not surprising. They would have very high. Slow ball back of the hand. He bowls it really well. He's getting a touch full today. But he bowls it really well. It's a hard skill to learn.
ब्रांडेड प्रीमियम आपके लिए नया फॉग मास्टर हर परफ्यूम एक से एक
मस्त है
और क्या चाहिए
फॉग मास्टर परफ्यूम बॉडी स्प्रे हर परफ्यूम एक से बढ़कर एक
Quite some distance. And Swati's run himself out. That's a massive wicket. Not necessary at this stage. The Roxville, they've now got themselves into a bit of trouble after really being in a great commanding position. And now, there it is.
They call me Dr. Harish, but sometimes I wonder if a doctor is all I am. If everything that I do, everything I live for, is reflected in that one word, because it isn't. Today, I am a doctor, a proud volunteer at Blue Cross, a helping hand at an orphanage, a skilled Dreamland player and mentor. Playing on Dreamland has taught me that I can be more than my visiting card, that my profession alone should not define me. I am Dr. Harish Kumar and this is my Dreamland story.
Rahul, Kabir. का प्लान है
आज
प्रपोज कर रहे हो
हाँ
ना 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 आज स्पेशल डे है ना डियो नहीं कुछ स्पेशल लगाओ
फॉग का सेंट
पेश है फॉग सेंट स्पेशल मौकों के लिए खास फॉग सेंट
जब वो जुबान पे केसर और जोश दिलोगे तो इंडिया खेलेगा अपने ही अंदाज से विमल Bolo Zuban Kesari.
Number 5 in the power.
Spartans didn't start well with the ball, and now they're in the game. Picked up 3 wickets and nearly a 4th. It's a tough chance, but if you're trying to stay in the game, they have to stick, especially with the man with the gloves. Bolted and put a slip in place.
Always happens, doesn't it?
That's a shot.
Lacania, I think we've seen that with all... batsman. Pace is on it, and it's put away for a boundary.
Perfect sort of situation, this for Makania, getting the ball nice and high. He likes it there, he loves the back foot, plays beautifully off the... back foot, it's the strength of his. He was all over that, and it's a great start to his innings. First ball, putting it away for a boundary. These men have been hitting the stumps. And the keeper does the rest on that occasion.
Well, he went round, didn't he? He went round Tom Curran. Remember, they've got a bit of a history, haven't they, with running.
Henry Davids gives himself room when he doesn't have to. Bold. Then Dalport playing some of the best shots you'll see. He's an aggressive player, but he became a stroke player today. And then, good piece of fielding. These men have been hitting the stumps. And the keeper does the rest on that occasion.
Well, he went round, didn't he? He went round Tom Curran. Remember, they've got a bit of a history, haven't they, with run-outs. Du Plessis and Vince take you back to Elizabeth, where Vince ran Du Plessis out.
On this particular surface, you can't be overly arrogant with the outfield because it's quick. So if your placement is good within the gap and the fielder gets there pretty quickly, just stay to one, because the ball have got to the fielder pretty quickly and the throw will come in.
And we ought to just say that Sip Amler's throw was excellent. Right over the top. Klaassen didn't really have to do a lot, did he?
Yeah, watching them in the warm-ups, they very specific in the way they did things. They do a lot of boundary work, especially the guys that find themselves there. So they're very, very specific, and it just showed there what his throw was spot on.
Well, you'd expect that, wouldn't you? With Mark Boucher as your coach, a former keeper, he drills them, doesn't he? Just watch this, gets himself set. And now Vince thinks, I'm in trouble. And he was. Maybe a little bit lower. Just a slight bit lower, and it'd have been out further. Yeah, he drills them. You can sense that he drills them. He knows how to get his team ready. A good piece of fielding. Last ball of the Powerade power play. And they'll just pick up a single, so that ends the Powerade power play. 59 for 3.
Style and class. Isuzu D-Max, starting from 59,999 rupees per month.
आपको नहीं पता? 50 फ्री व्हाट्सएप ऑफर से मिले वॉइस कॉल्स पे फ्री व्हाट्सएप रोजाना दुनिया को बता दो.
Friday evening in Centurion. It's apparently a shopping day today, but you wouldn't know. The end of the Powerade power play, and just to remind you, in MSL, sides that have lost 3 wickets or more, only 21% go on and win the game. So 21% will go on and win a game having lost 3 wickets in the Powerade power play. Morkel to bowl his second over. What do we thought about the pitch? I know I did a pitch report and it looked a little bit cracked. Spoke to Dean Elgar and he said maybe it might stick in the surface. I think he's played well.
It's had 7 days to sit there and try and recuperate, and recuperate in terms of those cracks, very worrying, because you'd have had to manage it. Would you have had to leave grass on it? How often would you have had to mow it? How often would you have to have watered it? And it just looks like the sun has probably just dehydrated it a bit.
Well, if you'd have seen both captains, they were desperate, both of them, to win the toss and to bowl first. And Faf du Plessis was laughing at Klaassen, saying, "You're lucky."
Yeah, because you're not quite sure what it was going to do, I think.
Both of them have grown up in this area, so it's something that they've done for many years up in Pretoria. So it's quite difficult, the situation they find themselves in. But I think Paul Rocks have got themselves into this situation.
Got another stat for you as well now. At Centurion, only 17% in T20s go on and win the game after losing 3 wickets in the Powerade power play.
And this could be a reason in terms of what you picked out there. Look at that crack. But what I'm really concerned about is that we all agreed to dress a certain way, and someone decides today, like he's turning up at Wimbledon.
Is the history behind those shoes, though? Please tell us.
I promise you there's something going on here.
Go on,
oh, there we go.
Look at them bad boys. They've got a bit of suede there, a bit of blue there, so that matches the jeans. And I told you it was a special day today. People who apparently were going out shopping. I don't know what it's all about. So I thought I'd treat myself.
It's a team game. All of us turn up, chinos and all. Don't come out your tennis shoes.
What are you standing up for?
Chinos, my chinos. Yeah.
I've got my
Do you have
chinos
secret
on,
socks
don't
on?
worry. Don't worry about that, I'm ready to go. I wanted a game. I said to Faf, pick me. I'm ready to play. Not a chance. Imagine trying to play now. I couldn't think of anything worse. It would hurt like, oh. When you've not played for so long, I've tried to bowl a couple of times last year. It is horrendous.
How's Cape Town, Dom?
Oh, wowzers. Whew, weather. Tell you what, them guys down there, whoa, been on holiday.
You were waiting for someone to ask you how Cape Town was? Squeezing around the golf?
Did you leave us? I didn't know you went to Cape Town. A little nod of the head then. A little quietly, little slip out of Johannesburg.
Powered through the offside, so just a single. What an over from Morkel, just 2 runs from it. So at the end of the 7th over, we're 61 for 3.
Snack time, banana, big time. Chocolate का मजा, mixed fruits की freshness, अंडे और दूध की ताजगी से बने, marble, plain और fruit cake slices. अब chocolate और lemon cake slices में भी.
Face Fresh Cleanser Cream. लगाए रखें पूरी रात. छाया, चुरिया, दाग, धब्बे हल्के. सांप को कहे good night. Face Fresh Cleanser Cream.
And then the Vince ran out. Beautiful work by Sipamla, not giving Klaasen a lot of work.
Manhattans were going well at the start, and then with the 3 wickets, all of a sudden now the home team in control. 61 for 3, we're into the 8th over. Sip Amla with his second over, expensive in his first, 17 off his first over. Let's look at the view we've got here, sitting on the bank, it's beautiful. Look at that for a shot. Down the ground, I don't think he times it as well as he'd want it to, but he still gets enough of it.
Makanya is quite aggressive, and he will not try and be bogged down for too long. Pamela's just thinking, well, I'm just going to go length. It's actually in the slot. And for the last moment of that contact onto the bat, the face closes just a bit, but he gets full value for it.
It's like a concrete thing, or the barrier is something. The umpires normally check it so it doesn't take a chunk out of it. That will just help it to reverse swing. They have to check it. Mistimed. This goes over like a mid-wicket, and they'll pick up 2. It was something we saw last night. Some big strokes down the ground. Livingston down the ground, just doesn't get enough of it off the bottom of the bat.
His hands and his legs, well, his hands are so far away from his body. His front leg there was such a huge gap, but you see the distance you can get on the high felt. A half decent strike.
Another cut shot. I think you're going to see a lot of that. You do see a lot of that here in the Wanderers as well, because the ball comes through, as you've talked about, how high you are and a bit of pace. So people who like to pull and cut love batting here and down the road in Johannesburg.
I just think they've missed the trick here with Makanya. He likes the ball. He's quite upright in his stance, as you can see. So he looks for those sort of width and length. It's just a touch fuller, I think, to get him forward and test that defense of his.
That's a good length. It's a good length to Faf du Plessis.
How good was the calling, though? For a moment there, they just thought, are we going to settle for a single? And there was a very decisive call of no.
Surely, we saw him get run out the other night. As in Faf du Plessis, you're right, sent back. That's it, use your hand. Michael Atherton used to do that. I'm not coming. Put your hand up in the air, I'm not coming. You're like a policeman, no.
I actually quite enjoyed Makanya's apology. He tried to apologize to the national captain, but the national captain just gave his back. I think he wanted to go and then just wanted to get some sort of apology to the national captain.
Apologise? Playing in the same team. Not coming. Don't care if you're captain of South Africa. I'm not coming. Stay down there.
Now it goes though.
Hence why I used to get dropped. Quite a lot. Oh, this one keeps just a little bit low, but a better length. You talked about that. Dane, 8 overs gone. 71 for 3.
Fresh up center field, go. Life, we're fresh to sun it up.
Be like Alina and dial *225 hash. जिससे मिले voice calls पे free WhatsApp रोजाना.
For 3 then. 8 overs gone. Crowd is building. It's a Friday night. Look at that. Pictures. Beautiful from the drone. I was sitting on the plane coming from Port Elizabeth to Cape Town. I was next to the man who operates the drone. He said, you never mention us. Ed always mentions Hawkeye, but you never mention drone.
It's all progressive. It was coming. Wonderful pictures, really, really good. Innovation behind television now is just fantastic to see. You get so many cameras now with the drone. You can go up and above and actually see what sort of setting. And at night, I was watching the day-night test. Earlier today, you just see this bowl that's illuminated. It's all about entertainment of the game of sport.
There it is. There's the drone, flying ant. Drilled it to the Villiers at long off. It is, you're right. Just shows you how big the ground is. It's a great ground here. It's going to be hosting the test matches and Boxing Day here.
Did you need a license for one?
Normal. Chawal biryani.
A lot of issues in England with them around
और एक उमली दे दें.
things like that, so you have to have licenses or register them. Of course, you look at all people who work in TV, everybody is, you know, very good at what they do.
Interesting to see how long it'll take me to get one of those licenses.
Let me just assure you now, Ed Rainsford, no one is ever going to give you a license for that, ever.
Yeah, you're probably right, because I'll crash a few. That's really what bowled.
Maybe because it'll be outside.
सारा ये सिर्फ एक बैंक का.
Top eight doesn't get enough of it. Out. So a big wicket again for the Spartans, and the Rocks are in trouble.
Yeah, one of his weaker side of his game is playing spin. He's quite upright, so his rotation is always through the leg side area. Sebenele Mokanya getting Paul Rocks into a bit of trouble. But upright, as I said there, a bit of a top edge. Looked a bit of a slide by Roelof van der Merwe. Thought it was in his zone, just bounced him a little bit. And getting a top edge straight to Luto Sipamla. at deep square leg. Makanya gone for 16, Paul Rocks 74 for 4.
Face Fresh Beauty Cream.
जो face fresh, very beautiful. Face fresh.
Comfort, 2.0 style and class. Isuzu D-Max, starting from 59,999 rupees per month.
आपको नहीं पता? जैज़ फ्री व्हाट्सएप ऑफर से मिले वॉइस कॉल पे फ्री व्हाट्सएप रोजाना। दुनिया को बता दो।
Fresh up center field, go. Life be fresh to sun it up.
ايوه
Face fresh fairness cream.
مويه مو انا
चॉकलेट का मजा
محمد
मिक्स फ्रूट्स
محمد
की फ्रेश
مويه مويه بيبسي
और दूध की ताजगी से बनी मार्बल प्लेन और फ्रूट केक स्लाइस।
Oh, good fielding. Vian Mulder with his first ball. Tennis the brain fielding its first slip.
Brave to play this particular shot after the slip has been put in place.
محمد عادي ما في برد
Good awareness by Tennis the brain.
حار ما في برد اوكي مويه
Oh, good fielding. What fielding for AB de Villiers. If he hits, he has to be out.
He is entertained a lot of people around the world with his bat as AB de Villiers, but he is wonderful in the field. His movement, the way he gets the throw away, is phenomenal to see.
Still as athletic as ever. AB de Villiers moves beautifully. His positions is always good. He's always been low, and he gets up into a strong position in order to throw the ball and put the non-striker under pressure.
Be happy with this, the Spartans, just putting the Paul Rocks under pressure, not allowing them to get a boundary, just rotating the strike at the moment. Duplessis knows that he's got to be the man to bat all the way through. They're going to get 140, 150 maybe, that he has to be the man. Oh, he's well in. We overplayed that fielding then. Not sure whether you picked up that call, but he said straight away two.
Well, the real estate was the creator. There's only 3 men on the leg side. The man has actually fielded that ball is right on square, so had to make a lot of ground to his right.
I like the move by the Paul Rocks sending Bjorn Fortuin in. He has 4 first-class hundreds and he's got a good technique. But again, yeah, the dismissal by Rulo Fernandez, a nice flat trajectory, bit of bounce, and getting Makanya caught at deep square.